Hello, and welcome back to Gaia's Wisdom Podcast, where this week we're talking about the dawn of Aquarius, which is welcoming you to your future and also making you feel next level alien. Let's start this with a visual. So, after a long haul ride that looked much fancier than it felt, with those wooden wheels cursing over the bumps in the dirt road, you're climbing off the gleaming white horse chariot in your unbearable yet very appropriate dress. And you're boarding a spaceship in an electric blue latex leotard. Now that's what a transition from Capricorn to Aquarius feels like. It's weird, it's wonky, and it's out of place. And yet, all that time in the chariot, you knew there's gotta be something better out there for you, something better than this bumpy ride. But a spaceship never occurred to you. And yet, here you are. Now, collectively, we've been in this transition from Capricorn to Aquarius for a few decades, like the hippies have talked about it. But also in the last decade, Jupiter, Saturn, and Pluto all made this transition already, preparing the energetic terrain. But that's collectively. Right now, though, it's hitting you personally. And that's a whole new game. Now, I already touched on this in the previous episode because this shift actually started happening right after the new moon in Capricorn. But by now, it's pretty evident. The old is done and gone, and the new is a little too out there to fathom just yet. And yet, here we are again. So however weird and wonky you've been feeling over the past few days or over the past week maybe, as ever, you are right on cue with the energies and the natural cycles. So let's break this down a little, starting with this spaceship to the future. Now, to make sense of the energetic cycle shift that we're currently going through, we need a multidimensional approach, which is just what Aquarius loves. And we also have to understand that there's always a stark contrast between two successive zodiacs or astrological seasons, like two signs that follow one another are always completely different. And yet, I'm not sure if there is any transition that shakes you up quite like this one. This is where the change is very evident from Capricorn to Aquarius. And so what happens is you spend the beginning of the year when we're in Capricorn season building old familiar systems and structures of support that feel comfortable and safe in the familiarity and the slow pace of it all. And your inner Capricorn, and when I say that, I have to say that I used to try to disown mine. Like I really couldn't get on board with the idea that I have Capricorn energy within me. But it's an archetype. And it's in us all. So your inner Capricorn really doesn't mind the hard work invested into a long-term goal. And that's commendable. But as your inner Capricorn keeps his head down, caught up in the drudgery, doing what has always been done the way it's supposed to be done, he forgets to check in with that goal that he's working towards. Like all that toil. What is it for? Does it still matter? And then, whoosh, all of a sudden, Aquarius sweeps in like a hurricane, dismantling Capricorn systems and structures, turning them into a pile of rubble. Because Aquarius, he's here to liberate you from the shackles of the old and the systems. He's here to rebel against limiting norms, to innovate and to expand your awareness beyond anything your human mind could ever come up with. And it's all for the higher good of the collective and for the advancement of humanity. That's how Aquarius works. That's what Aquarius likes. A good revolution. And these Aquarian impulses and the downloads that you get, the upgrades and the breakthroughs, it feels like they come from something higher. It feels like a connection opens up to another realm when we are in Aquarius season, yes, but especially when the collective energy is this heavily influenced by Aquarian energy, as it is right now in this moment in time. Aquarius is the alien of the zodiac. It's an agent of revolutionary change from the galactic realms. And all things futuristic, they're Aquarius, which includes AI and robots and chips and this invisible surveillance and all the scary prospects that we're being faced with as an emerging part of our reality, or actually quite a present part of our reality already. But Aquarius also brings this future-oriented vision of heart-centered, equitable structures that replace the current shady narcissistic systems of oppression that we have been living under for so long. Aquarius wants a new world order that's based on cooperation and trust and a mutual collective mission to serve the highest good of all. So this futuristic spaceship that you're boarding now is departing from gate 41. See, in human design, that's the gate to the new. And we're passing through this gate between the 22nd and the 27th of January, 2026. So if you feel like you're already falling behind on the year, this is your chance for a new beginning, or rather, another one of them, because we're getting quite a few this year. Do you feel restlessness, pressure to start something new and you have no idea what it is, while you're haunted by sudden downloads and fantasies of what's possible that are so overwhelmingly out there that you can't tell excitement from anxiety anymore, so you're stuck in paralysis? Well, happy Human Design New Year, Voyager. Apparently, you're right on cue. In human design, this part of the cycle is known as the gate of contraction. And as the name implies, it's not exactly a pleasant experience passing through this gate. And so many words have been written trying to justify it and rationalize it and serve it to you in a pretty wrapping paper. But the way I see it, it's so simple. You cannot birth a new life without contractions. Well, at least not the way nature intended it. And there's zero judgment here because I've experienced the alternative to how nature intended it too. But generally, you need contractions to birth a new life. And it's not always a pleasant process. But when you recognize that this discomfort or even excruciating pain at moments is the doorway to that which you most yearn for and that which will forever alter your experience of life, then you realize that actually you don't mind the discomfort. it's a pathway, and it's just a part of the experience. So, this futuristic spaceship departing from gate 41, its final destination is the age of Aquarius. So the question is, what is that new life waiting for you beyond what's conceivable for your human mind? But you can feel the truth of it when you tune into your body. That's what the age of Aquarius is ushering in. And not just for you, for the collective. And the age of Aquarius doesn't have a fixed date or a clear transition. It's a process that we have been moving through for quite a while, because these ages, they're approximately 2,000 years long, and they actually move in reverse. So this particular collective transition or a process is different than the one we've been talking about up until now, because in this case, we're going from the age of Pisces into the age of Aquarius, not from Capricorn to Aquarius. Meaning, we're moving from blurriness and confusion to clarity of vision, from mystical inquiries and soul exploration to galactic connections and off-planet memories, from devotion and surrender to sovereignty and self-direction, from sacrifice to conscious choice, from I believe to I know. And then I get the question in my head, but are we there yet? And if you're a parent, you've probably heard this one a lot. Truth is, I don't know. And I don't know how much further we have to go. But I know I can feel these shifts happening within me as I get ready to board that spaceship to the future. And I just wanted to bring it up to make it easier for you to recognize it within yourself as well. Now, today, January 25th, when I'm recording this, is actually the birthday of my Aquarian baby girl, who's not a baby anymore. So I'm throwing a personal note in here. You know, when I was pregnant, I told my witchy birth doula my due date. And she said, oh my God, really, an Aquarius? She's going to turn your whole system upside down. Like, you don't even know what you signed up for. And I have no Capricorn in my chart, but as a Virgo moon and a Taurus sun, I do like my systems. And actually, before she arrived, we were a coherently earthy family. You know, her daddy is also a Taurus sun and a Virgo ascendant. And her big sister is a Virgo everything with a Taurus-ruled Libra moon. So what I'm saying is, we were all playing by the same unwritten rules, dictated by our energetically similar designs, and it all worked. We never even thought about it, because to the three of us, it came naturally and it was easy. And then she came, all wide-eyed with her piercing energy, all air and fire, just like the year of 2026. By the way, I have an amazing workshop, or rather an audio journey, that takes you through all of the upcoming energies of 2026. And it's free. You can sign up for it before February 1st. And it's free. After that, it's not going to be free anymore. But I honestly believe that this year ahead of us, that I am so looking forward to, deserves some energetic preparation on your end, because that's what makes the difference between a truly amazing year and a truly difficult year. So just jump in there while you can. Anyway, as far as my Aquarian baby girl, it turns out that my doula was right. And there were nights when all three of us would sit on the floor in our living room at 3 a.m. in a circle around our Aquarian baby, who was lying on the floor screaming her lungs out, clearly aware of something that we were all oblivious to, and all that we could do was just stare at her helplessly. And when I think back now, it's almost a funny memory. But it wasn't funny then. It really wasn't. Anyway, 4 years later, she's still stretching and expanding our stubborn, earthy dispositions in ways we never could have imagined without her. But then she did come in through gate 41, and she started a whole new cycle for all of us. So, my dear Aquarian big girl, happy 4th. Thank you for choosing us. I love you. Okay. Mushy detour over. We can get back on that spaceship to the future of ours now. Though I don't really have much more to say. Actually, at the end of this episode, I was just going to invite you to come join me in the shift workshop, because in so many ways 2026 is the catalyst for all these transitions we've been talking about to come together in one big undeniable shift. And it really is one of those years that leave the world a different place forever, that than we have before 2026 and after 2026. So yeah, I wanted to invite you to come join me, but I kind of did that already. So I'm just going to leave a link for that under this episode. If you enjoy listening to me talk, there's almost 3 hours of that in there. And as I said, it's free until February 1st. So go get it. Go get it. I'm sending you so much love, and I'll talk to you again next week. Bye for now.